it's Shannon. I hope you're well today. Just thought I'd bring to you a little short feel-good flow to either give you some movement for the morning or maybe a little afternoon pick-me-up. So go ahead and grab your mat if you haven't already and join me. Let's get started in a comfortable seated pose. So comfortable, easy pose, cross-legged. Just take a few moments to sit with your breath and to tune into your body. Just observe how you're feeling today. Observe the breath and how it's flowing. You can close the eyes or you can soften the gaze towards the tip of your nose. Just let the breath flow naturally, without force. Deep breaths into the nose, maybe out of the mouth. Just take a few more moments. And let's start by coming onto our hands and knees today. So we're going to start in our tabletops, working through some cat and cow poses. So starting with the shoulders, elbows, and wrists stacked, knees just under your hips. Take a deep breath in, and on the exhale, draw the belly button up towards your spine. Tuck your tailbone under, let the head hang. And then slowly through the whole length of your breath, let's come into cow. Drop the belly, open the chest, lift the sit bones up. Exhale back into your cat. Inhale, dropping the belly. Just noticing how it feels to move through the spine. Feel free to add some extra little moves, some waves of movement if it feels good. Just flowing at your own pace. Let's just do about 2 more. And 1 more flow through our cow. And let's come into tabletop as you exhale. So from here, let's just send those hands forward, coming straight in for puppy pose. So keeping the hips just over your knees, reach your arms forward. Send the hips back and up. Maybe pressing into the fingertips to press the hips back a little further. Let the forehead rest down if it's comfortable to do so. Take a few deep breaths into the back of our bodies. Just noticing the length of the spine. One more breath. On your next breath in, let's begin to lift the chest. We're going to shift forward to come down onto our belly, coming into a little Sphinx pose. So just coming onto the forearms, let the shoulders draw back and down, tops of the feet down to your mat. Draw your chest forward. Feel free to close the eyes here or soften the gaze. Just taking a few deep breaths into the upper ribs, into the chest. Maybe feeling the pelvis settling a little more as you draw out of the low back. Two more breaths. One more deep breath in. And out. Let's take the elbows, sending them out to the side, gently lower down. Maybe stack your hands, let the forehead rest down on the hands for just a few moments. Breathe deeply into the belly. Let's take one more breath. And then slowly, let's begin to lift the chest, taking the hands just under the shoulders or alongside the rib cage, pressing up, sending the hips back. Let's take the toes together, the knees apart, and sink into child's pose. Letting the bottom rest down towards the heels, the forehead resting down towards your mat. Again, like we did in our puppy pose, you may want to press into the fingertips to send the hips back, just creating a little more length, and then softening down. Just notice the breath flowing into the back of the body. You feel that gentle expansion and contraction through the back of the rib cage, the upper back, maybe a nice release through the low back. Two more breaths. On the next inhalation, let's slowly begin to shift forward onto our knees. We're going to send the feet back to come into our plank. So feel free to drop the knees down if you want to begin on the knees. Just taking a breath here and then sending the hips back to find downward facing dog. So you can keep your knees pretty generously bent here, drawing the hips back and up, lengthening the arms, take the gaze towards the legs. And let's shift forward back to our plank. Nice and slow through the whole length of your breath, really feeling energy flowing through the legs, reaching through the crown of the head, feeling the whole length of the spine. And then again, sending the hips back and up. Let's come back into our downward facing dog. Hug the ribs and the belly in. And once again, shifting forward, let's find our plank pose. One more breath. And send those hips back one last time, finding downward facing dog here. Take a moment to readjust the feet if you need to find a little more length through the arms, the spine. And on the next breath in, let's take our right leg up, finding three-legged dog. We're going to keep the hips quite squared here, the shoulders squared, just energy flowing through that back leg. Deep breath. Inhale. And on the exhale, drop the foot down. Let's tap our toe. And then lift it back up. Inhale. Again, exhale, dropping the toe down. Tap. Inhale, lift. Exhale, drop it down once again. And inhale, lift that right leg up. Three-legged dog. And send that foot through on the exhale, coming between the hands to drop down onto our left knee. Slowly bringing ourselves up into low crescent lunge. Arms are up, hugging the hip back. Feel strong and long through the sides of the body. One more breath here. On the next inhale, feel free to lift that left knee up to come into a high lunge. Continuing to hug the right hip back. Send that left hip forward. One more breath. On the exhale, twist to your right. Looking over your right shoulder, reach the hands away from each other. Deep breath in. On the exhale, drop the left hand down. Right arm comes straight up. Reach for the sky. Feel that lift and rotation of the rib cage. One more breath here. And let's take that right hand down. So again, sending the right foot back, finding your three-legged dog. Reach it up. And release down, exhale. Coming back into your down dog. Feel free once again to adjust the feet. Take a deep breath in, send the hips back and up. Exhale. On the next inhale, let's come to the other side. Left leg comes up, three-legged dog. Okay, we want to keep the hips quite squared here. Square the shoulders. Inhale. On that exhale, drop the toe down. Let's tap it. Lift it back up. Inhale. Exhale, tap it down. Inhale, lift it up. And exhale, tap it down. Inhale, one last time, three-legged dog. And this time we're going to step it through between the hands. Dropping onto the right knee, coming into that low lunge on the other side. Arms up, inhale. Exhale, settle. Hug the left hip back. Lengthen the body. One more breath. On the next inhale, maybe lifting that right knee up. Coming into high lunge. Nice and strong. Feel the energy working through that back leg. One more breath here. Inhale. And let's twist to the left. Nice and slow. Work through the breath. Reach the hands away from each other. Hug that left hip back. One more breath. On the exhale, right hand comes down. Left arm up. Reach for the sky. Lift and rotate the rib cage. One more breath in. And left hand comes down, exhale. Again, sending the left leg back. Let's find three-legged dog. Reach it up. And release down, exhale. Deep breath in. And out. Shift your weight forward. Coming back down onto the knees. Toes together, knees apart. Sink it back, child's pose. Again, feeling the breath flowing into the back of the body. Check back in with yourself. One more breath. On the next inhale, shift forward. Let's come back onto hands and knees. Tuck your toes under. Begin to send the hips back. Walk your hands back towards your feet. And fold, exhale. Coming into Ragdoll Pose. Grab the elbows with opposite hands. Soften the knees. And dangle. Feel free to take the hands behind the legs if you prefer. You can hug the body in. One more breath. On the next inhale, slowly begin to roll up through the spine. Let's come into standing. Take it easy. All the way up to the top. Reach the arms up, out to the side, over the head. Look to your thumbs. Exhale, draw down through your heart center. Inhale, arms up. Exhale through heart center. Coming into Samastitihi. Take a few breaths here. And on the next inhale, arms back up. Exhale, fold forward. On the inhale, come into half lift. And let's walk our hands forward to our plank once again. Take a deep breath here. And then lowering all the way down, maybe even hovering in your chaturanga. Inhale to cobra, maybe upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale. One more breath. On the next breath in, take that half lift with the chest. Begin to walk your feet forward to the hands. Lengthen the spine and fold. Inhale, come all the way to standing. Arms up over the head, palms together, and exhale through heart center. So coming into Samastitihi or to your mountain pose, take a moment to stand grounding in the feet, the hands alongside the body, and then let's reach up, palms together up over the head. On the exhale, let's come to the right. Find a nice little side bend. And then come on back up as we inhale. And exhale left. Inhale to center. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale to half lift. Let's heel toe the feet apart, maybe as wide as your mat, over hip distance if possible. Take your right hand down to the center. Inhale, left arm comes up. Find a twist, maybe even bend your right knee. Open the chest. Reach towards the sky. Lengthen the spine. One more breath. Left hand comes down. Exhale. Let's swap the sides. Right arm up. Again, bending that left knee this time if you want to. Reaching up. Lifting and rotating through the rib cage. One more breath. And release down. Exhale. Inhale, half lift, heel toe the feet back towards one another. And fold. Let your body soften. Just let the hands rest down however they may want to fall. Head's heavy, making sure there's weight in the toes. And on the next breath, let's slowly begin to roll up through standing. Take it easy, come up nice and slow. When you come to the top, arms back out to the side, up over the head, bringing palms together. And release through heart center. From here, let's come into tree pose. So let's ground into the left foot, taking that right foot somewhere on the inside of the left leg, maybe even keeping the toe down and the heel up. So take your time. Place your right foot into place when you feel balanced, and only when you feel balanced, take the arms up. Let's find some branches. Find a drishti point, a focal point to take your gaze to. Feel that energy flowing through the arms, through that standing leg. Open that right hip out. Doesn't matter if your foot wobbles a little. Deep breath. One more breath in. And let's release it down. Exhale with control. Come into standing for just a moment. Close your eyes and just take a moment to notice the energy in the body. One more breath. And let's begin to move to the other side. So grounding into that right foot. Again, taking the left foot now on the inside of the right thigh. Maybe onto the side of the calf. Toe down, heel up, wherever it's comfortable. Find your balance, find your strength and foundations, and then bring the arms up. Inhale. Once again, feeling the energy flowing up through the arms, feeling that sense of grounding in that standing leg. Breath is steady. Let's take just a few more breaths. Inhale. And exhale, release down. Arms up, inhale. And fold forward, exhale. Half lift on the inhale. And let's fold just a little deeper on your exhale. Take a few breaths here. One more breath. Inhale, half lift the chest. Exhale, stepping the feet back. Let's come to downward facing dog one final time. Sending energy into the hands, into the feet. Sending energy through the spine as you reach the hips back and up, lengthening. One more breath. On the next inhale, begin to shift forward to come down onto your knees, onto the shins. Just sitting the bottom back to the heels. Take the arms out to the side, reaching up over the head, palms together. Exhale through heart center. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more breaths. Feel that sense of grounding. Allowing the energy to slow. The breath to slow. Inhale. Exhale. Reach the arms out to the side and up over the head, inhaling. Exhale, gently coming down back into our child's pose. So lowering the hands down, feel free to keep the knees together, or if you prefer, taking the knees apart, sinking the bottom back. Breathing deeply into the back of the body. Again, checking back in with yourself. Feel free maybe even to wrap the arms around the side of the body if you prefer. Feeling grounded through the connection of your body with your mat. Breathing deeply into the back of the rib cage. Taking one more breath in and out. Inhale, begin to lift the chest, maybe taking the arms forward if they're around the back of the body. Gently working your way through to a comfortable seated pose as we started our practice. You can rest the hands on the knees or maybe the lap. Or maybe you prefer to lie down, completely up to you. Keep the eyes closed or the gaze low. Just find a comfortable position. Allow the breath to flow naturally, effortlessly. Just take a moment to observe the energy flowing through the body. Observe the heartbeat, the breath. sense of peace and stillness. If you've taken this moment to lie down in your own time, you can begin to come back up through seated. Or if you prefer, just stay laying down. Stay with the breath. You can continue lying down for as long as you like, or maybe sitting in stillness. Draw my hands together to my heart center. Thank you very much for practicing with me. I hope you feel a lovely, feel-good energy flowing through your body. Namaste. I look forward to seeing you all again soon. Thank you.